Welcome to Spiritual Psychic with Sarah Wiseman, where you'll learn how to unlock the secrets of spiritual intuition and your own psychic gifts. Here's Sarah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our June 2024 channeled forecast. I'm Sarah Wiseman. For those of you who haven't come across these before, I do a channeled forecast monthly, and I do a giant big annual forecast every year. I've been doing this for quite some time. Please subscribe. That helps me stay in contact with you. And I have a lot of videos with spiritual teachings and intuitive teachings coming out all the time. So here we are in June, and the flavor is a bit different. So let me just give the channeling for June. So June 2024, the title of this one is You Can't Get Your Bearings. What was once an idea, not even formed as thought, is now shouted across the rooftops. You now have language for things that you could not even comprehend a few years ago. This level of change, adapt, change continues at an accelerated, exponential, and compressed or maybe condensed rate. Do not try to slow things down. Do not try to slow yourself down. You are in the rushing river, and it is impossible to resist the raging current at this time, so do not even try. In fact, you do not even need to orient yourself to the vast and sudden changes that await. You can't orient yourself because the pace of change is too fast. Your understanding cannot catch up this quickly, and by the time you get your bearings, your situation will have changed again. We say, let the river of change rage. Don't bother holding tight to the raft, for already you are tumbling in the water. Take a deep breath, relax, and let the flow in all its fury take you to the next passage. Surprised, this is the word you will feel, and also relieved. But first, you have to go through it. In another view, you are opening a door, stepping through it to a new reality. And yet in this case, you are not opening just one door, but another, and then another, and then another. Go through all the doors without hesitation. The next doorway will already be in front of you, then the next. These doors are portals, dimensions of understanding. They are condensed, activated energies of collective evolution. You are all going through all of them. There is not one of you on the planet who will not experience this collective awakening, which is no longer in front of you, no longer coming soon, but here right now. There is not one of you who is not a part of this shift, because this shift does not come from without, from any outer event. This shift comes from the inside of each of you. It's the soul's longing for oneness manifest. As we have said in past channeling, collective soul now recognizes itself. In other words, you recognize yourself as part of oneness, the quantum field, source, God, all those words for the same thing. You know yourself as part of, and at the same time, everyone else knows themselves as part of. The shift comes from the inside, from all of you, as you know yourself collectively as one. This is new. It is a great leap forward. You have reached a tipping point, and everything evolves all at once. This is as discussed before, this is the great veil falling away, and it is a grace-filled time. You are here on the planet to witness and assist in this evolution. What falls away is the illusion, and with it all structures built on separation. What you see in your own life is a releasing of what or who didn't work, what you no longer want to give attention to. What you see on the world stage is a disenchantment with manipulation and chaos. Dysfunction is no longer thrilling drama, but a boring game. People want to get on to better things. Things sort out quickly. One person knows oneness, then another, and suddenly they're looking at each other with the idea, why are we behaving in this way? In some places in the world, places of unimaginable brutality, it may be impossible to imagine that consciousness has expanded, but we say it has. The culmination of darkness unleashed into violence and greed, all of this is less satisfying to leaders than they expected. So everyone walks through the doors and changes here. 3 other markers are active now. This is just brief, this part. First, extraterrestrials. Of course, that's interesting. They are here and have been for some time. Next, messiahs. These are incarnations of past souls reborn as legions of evolved beings. So the second coming, not one person, but many. They're here too. Finally, the animals, plants, and weather are also experiencing an expansion of their consciousness, for surely you do not think that when consciousness expands in oneness, only humans are affected. These 3 markers are assisting in creating a world that does not look like the old world, or even the world a few months ago. We will speak more on this later. You ask, what about my specific experience? What should I do personally? Right now, the macro, the big picture, is leading the micro, the small detail picture. Pay attention to the bigger change around you and let the details and drama go. The current accelerated level of change is faster than you can imagine. You cannot get your bearings, so do not even try. And it is not personal. Step through the doors of understanding and see how things look on the other side. You will arrive safely and you will be surprised. So for June, this speaks to me of, all this shift we've been waiting for is here now. This idea of you can't get your bearings, you're tumbling in the river, the doors are opening, you're just pushing through. This is what's happening right now. Please feel free to ask questions in the comments. I will try and answer all of those personally if I'm able to. And I'm really interested into what your experience is. We've just been through so much and now there's more coming, but at a certain point, this tipping point, it all just breaks open, and that's where we are now. Anyway, I'm Sarah Wiseman. Please subscribe. Finally, for those of you who want the transcript, go down in the description. You'll see a button that says transcript, and the whole thing's there for those of you who prefer the written aspect of this channeled forecast. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.